Cooking with Kids presents seasoned butter. Okay, so I'm thinking this sign works a lot better. The other way was if you were like right in front of me to be able to see it. So this is all written backwards for me. So there we go. So today we're going to make a seasoned butter. I just want to wish say happy Memorial Day to everybody. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a seasoned butter. With the seasoned butter, this is perfect for to go with the corn on the cob. It's perfect to put on top of steak once you've grilled your steaks. It's perfect to put on top of hamburgers. It's really good for just about anything. Put it on top of your head, your tongue will beat your brains out just to try to get to it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you basically all the ingredients that you need to make the seasoned butter. Depending on what you want to use it for, it will keep in your fridge. You have to use it as portion sizes. I'm going to do 1 stick of room temperature butter. You can do 1 to 2 sticks. You know, you have to understand the more sticks of butter that you use, obviously the more seasonings you're going to need. All right, so I have 1 stick of butter. I'm going to use about 2 cloves of minced garlic. I'm going to use some grated Parmesan cheese, a little bit of ground ginger. Love to use my ginger. A little bit of paprika. If you have smoked paprika, and if this is going to be used for a barbecue, I prefer using the smoked paprika. It's going to give it a nice smoky taste to your corn on the cob, even your steak. So if you have smoked paprika, you can use that. Just a little bit of the smoked paprika will go a very long way. If you have regular paprika, that's perfectly fine too. I'm using regular paprika. A little bit of parsley and a little bit of salt and pepper. Now, if you wanted to make this more of an herb butter, which is perfect, again, 1 to 2 sticks of room temperature butter, garlic, about 2 to 3 cloves. The more garlic you use, the more people aren't really going to want to be around you. You'll use a little bit of Parmesan cheese. You can use parsley. You can also use, for the herb butter, you can use some diced rosemary, a little bit of basil, some oregano, or even if you have in your cabinet, I have herbes de Provence, just use a tablespoon of that, or, you know. So we're going to get started. I have a little bit of a smaller mixing bowl, so I'm going to add, okay, this isn't exactly room temperature, but you want room temperature butter because it's going to be softer, it's going to be easier for you to, you know, to manage to mix. All right, so we're going to get started. Put the butter in the bowl. Put the butter in the bowl. To this, I'm going to dice, but not dice, I'm going to mince my 2 cloves of garlic. Actually, I'm going to go with 3 cloves of garlic. 2 and 3. All right, so let's lay our little stick butter down. It is a little bit of a nippy morning here in Connecticut, but it's fine, I'll take it. Usually Memorial Days are very hot and humid here. I'll take a nice cool day if I have to. Get to enjoy some spring weather. We've had the windows open, so I'll take what we can get. So I've sliced that up. All right, actually I'm going to just mince this up real quick here. Let's see here. If you have a food processor, you can use it, but you're only really just using a few cloves of garlic to do this. I'm trying to keep it down a little bit too. My kids are still sleeping. And it's 8:30, so my husband usually complains that he wants them to sleep in, and then when they sleep in, he wakes up early. You know, the life of a parent. I've been up since about 7:30. Anyhow. Okay. All right, I'm going to make a soften my butter just a little bit. I'm gonna pop it in the microwave because my butter is not room temperature. I'm just gonna put it in the microwave for just a few seconds, just to soften it up. I don't want to melt it. We started at 15 seconds. Let me just wash my hands because I got the garlic on there. And there it is. That should be perfect. That's perfect. All right, so I'm going to add, I had done 3 cloves of garlic. I'm going to put that right into the bowl. 3 cloves of garlic right in there. Okay. Now we're going to just start adding our seasonings. I have a separate bowl out because I'm going to basically portion the butter. So you're going to want a separate bowl. Something, obviously, the more butter you add, you're going to need a bigger bowl to do the portions. So I'm going to add probably about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of ginger. This will bring the ground ginger. If you have fresh ginger, I would say about half a teaspoon. Fresh ingredients are preferred, but if you don't have it, that's okay. Use dried. So the ginger is going to bring the heat. It's also going to help settle the acids in the stomach. If you have acid reflux, ginger is perfect for that. In this, my little shaker here, I have some salt and pepper mixed together. Just going to, equal parts, obviously. Add a little bit of that. Now the butter I am using is salted butter. If you have to do a salt-free diet, obviously unsalted butter would be best. And you'll get enough salt from the Parmesan cheese. So a little bit of Parmesan cheese is going down in there. I would say maybe about, I don't know, maybe a quarter of a cup, if that, a couple tablespoons. You know, eyeball it. Just use your eyes, just eyeball it. All right, a little bit of parsley going down there. This is always, I kind of just use this for the color. Not gonna lie, just pretty much for the color. You know, and then if you have those relatives that you're not particularly crazy about, you know, and they get it in their teeth, you really don't have to tell them if you don't want to. So that's probably about a good tablespoon, good heaping tablespoon. For the paprika, probably about teaspoon, 1 teaspoon. If you're using the smoked paprika, half a teaspoon. All right, it'll give it a nice smoky taste. I'm going to use my fork, and I'm just going to sort of, very gently if you can, you want to mash the butter into all of your seasonings. If you have a hand mixer, you can, or one of those KitchenAid stand-up mixers, you can just throw this right in there and it'll mix it for you. I'm going to kick it old school. I'm, you know, kind of an old lady, you know, got my bathrobe on, my glasses. So I'm going to kick it a little old school. So I'm going to just mix this up. Now, I have to be very careful with the herbs that I use because my husband says there's one that he can't stand. I think it's oregano. I think. All right. So he says it tastes like mold. He's crazy. So I try not to do a lot of herb butters. So this is a nice seasoned butter. This is good on steaks, burgers. Perfect for that corn on the cob. If you follow the recipe that I have for corn on the cob, it sweetens it, and then you add this butter on top. Oh, perfect. All right. This is looking pretty good. Oops. Bang a little bit. That is good. Keep mixing. So now, pretty much have this. You'll know when it's all mixed when you can't really see much more of the white. That's why I like to use the paprika. It's like a color balance. And it's a really great seasoning to use too. So, show you what this looks like now that I have this pretty much well mixed up. Okay. Now if you wanted to make just a regular garlic butter is also perfect for corn on the cob, vegetables. If you're cooking vegetables in a pan, you don't want to use oil, use a little bit of the garlic butter. It's perfect. Perfect. Garlic butter is just obviously 1 to 2 sticks of butter, garlic. That's it. Fresh garlic is usually better because of the simple fact that it has a lot of those amino acids that your body needs. It's actually very good for your heart as well. So fresh is better. You got powdered garlic, use the powdered garlic. So now that I have my seasoned butter, all right, I'm going to show you what this looks like. Can you see this? Let's see. All right, almost looks like a big old baby turd in there, but it smells really good. All right, aside from the Parmesan cheese smelling like grated feet, it does smell really good. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to portion size this. All right, so I have my bowl. I'm going to use actually, I can't remember if I used it or not. So wash it out here. Use a teaspoon. And what we're going to do is you figure probably about 1 teaspoon per person per corn on the cob, or 1 teaspoon per person 1 teaspoon per person, or 1 teaspoon per serving. Basically what it comes down to. So even if you don't want to use this for corn on the cob, you can use this for vegetables or whatever. So I'm just going to sort of roll it a little bit. You don't have to make it look as pretty. All right. All right. This, ladies, if you've just gotten your nails done, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you're going to get your hands dirty. All right. Making this. Now, you can make these ahead of time, obviously, the day before, the day of. You're going to need to let these sit in your refrigerator for a few hours. All right. What you don't use will keep. You obviously just want to cover it. Okay. I'm just forming them into kind of like whatever shape. So nothing you don't have. If you have, if you want to get really fancy, you can. You can use a baker's pastry bag, actually, not a baker's bag, pastry bag, and you can use a star tip to make it look super fancy. If that's something you want to do, you can go for it. All right. Just kind of using whatever shape I can get at this point. There we go. So, if you want to make this spicy, you can add a little. I would not recommend using hot sauce because it's not going to refrigerate. It's not going to harden as well as you think it will. Use a little bit of cayenne pepper and some red crushed peppers. You want it spicy. I'm gonna wash my hands. Oh, that. I almost want to lick my hands. I'm not gonna lie. All right. So. There we go. Put that down. So now we have our perfect, well, somewhat perfect little pats of butter. All right. I'm going to cover these. These are going to go in our fridge for a few hours till they're needed. Yeah. Okay. few hours until needed. Now, with doing the seasoned butter, there's lots of variations that you can do. Be creative. You can make your own. You don't have to do mine if you don't want to. There, like I said, with the seasoned butter, it's perfect for meats, corn, veggies, all types of veggies, and it's really good even if you put it with potatoes. If you're doing oven roasted potatoes, it's perfect for that. Even if you're boiling the potatoes and you want to kind of make a quickie, kind of a home fry kind of a thing, it's perfect. And they're so easy to make. You can make them on the weekend. The seasoned butter, make the pats, and each one you can portion size it to your liking, to what you think you're going to need. You can leave it in as a big ball in the fridge. Just make sure you obviously cover it. So that's my recipe for seasoned butter. I hope everybody has a safe and wonderful Memorial Day. Thank you so much for watching Cooking with Kidz. Continue to share our Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Cooking with Kidz, Kooking with Kidz, Kidz. I actually have to fix the sign. I just realized they put an S and it's supposed to be a Z. Not enough caffeine this morning. Thank you so much for watching Cooking with Kidz. And continue to share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. God bless.